Hi there. Today we'll cover the basics of colon health and why almost everyone encounters problems with their stomachs and colons at some point during their life. The biggest problem is that most people regularly eat unhealthy foods, which lead to overall health problems and problems with your stomach. Some of these foods are foods like fast food, processed food, sugars, junk food, and so on. Just think about all the candies, the cookies, the ice cream, the cakes, and so on. These are some of the biggest problems in our diets today, and our bodies have a really difficult time adjusting to them because they are full of sugars and unhealthy fats, sweeteners, and all kinds of chemicals and unnatural things that our bodies just aren't equipped to deal with. So if you're eating even some of these foods, then there's always room for improvement. So what are the solutions? You've probably heard this many times before, but solutions are pretty obvious. The first one is to eat more fruits and vegetables. Eat them organic as often as possible. Now, you don't have to go crazy and just start overhauling your complete diet. Just throw in a few fruits and vegetables here and there and work your way up. And then what I think is one of the most important steps is to avoid sugar, because we all know how horrible sugar is for our body. So try going even a few weeks without sugar and see how much better you feel. And number three, we have processed foods. No-brainer really. You know you shouldn't eat those junk foods, cakes, cookies, candies, and all those that taste awesome but aren't really doing you any good. And then we have sodas, which contain a lot of sugars and often harmful artificial sweeteners. And of course excessive alcohol, which never did anything good for my body, which may be okay in moderation, but when you go overboard, you probably know the effects. And then we have dairy. It has been shown that dairy is not beneficial for our bodies. You hear some people saying that pasteurized dairy is good for our bones, it contains calcium and some vitamins, but there are studies out there that show that the opposite is true. So if you want to go for dairy, I'd say go for raw dairy. But in general, I'd stay clear of dairy as much as possible. And the final point is to learn how different foods affect you. Pay attention to what kind of reactions you have to fish and meat and all those kind of foods. One of the best ways to get your colon going and cleanse out the old is to use a colon cleanser. And my number one pick is Dr. Flores, just because they have the whole kit of removing parasites and using probiotics to restore the healthy bacteria in your stomach, all while cleansing out the old stuff from there. So if you're interested, you can check out their website by going through the link colonhealthadvice.com/Dr. Flores. The reason your colon is so important is because it is where our body gets or absorbs vitamins, minerals, salt water, and other vital nutrients. And when your colon becomes sick, it can't really absorb all these nutrients which are so important for your body's function. And when you have a compromised intake system, your body will get less of these vital nutrients, which can lead to a lot of health problems and may lead to depression, fatigue, and other things you just would rather avoid. Many of today's problems actually start in the bowel. which is why colon cleansing has become such a huge thing. Colon cancer is actually the third most common form of cancer in the world and the second largest killer in the West. And like you've probably already figured out, one of the best ways to take care of your colon is to eat healthier foods and take probiotics, get more fiber into your diet. But there are also some other methods you can use, such as water fasting, which I recommend you only do if you have professional supervision. And then you have juice fasting, colon hydrotherapy, enemas, and basically just eating a healthy diet and taking care of your body. And that's all I have for you. If you're interested in more, you can always visit colonhealthadvice.com.